Now Jabez had that, so he began to talk about the blessing. He said, the first thing he said, bless me indeed. There is a blessing and there's a blessing indeed. He was not asking for the blessing, he was asking for a blessing indeed. The Bible says, whosoever the Son of God shall set free shall be free indeed. That means there is a freedom and there's a freedom indeed. The children of Israel, they were freed from Pharaoh. They crossed the Red Sea into the wilderness. They were free from Pharaoh, but they were not free indeed, because they have not entered their promised land. They were free but not free indeed. For you to be free indeed, you must come into your promised land. So Jabez was honorable, but he needed the blessing indeed. What is the blessing indeed? The blessing indeed is that blessing that no member of your family is poor. No member of your family is backward. No member of your family is without the Spirit of God. That is the blessing indeed. The blessing indeed is that blessing that everyone that comes close to you have a contact with Jehovah. The blessing indeed is that one that anybody who comes close to you know they have met someone who is in line with the Spirit. What is the blessing indeed? The blessing indeed is not just the physical wealth. It's not just the physical money, but it is the spiritual wealth that transforms the physical, the spiritual, and the financial. So he was blessed, but he was looking for the blessing indeed. I speak to somebody's life. You might say, oh, you are blessed in a particular thing. It's time for you to be blessed indeed. It's time for you to have the indeed blessing. What's the indeed blessing? The indeed blessing is that blessing that when you enter, every member of your family is removed from poverty for life. Every member of your family come into the newness of Christ. That is the blessing indeed. Everyone coming to the knowledge of Jesus. That is the blessing indeed. Listen, you are walking about, not just about, you are walking in that blessing. Get ready. As you are connecting, you are beginning to walk in that blessing indeed. That blessing indeed is that blessing that the Bible said, for he has blessed us with all spiritual blessing in heavenly places in Christ Jesus. That is that blessing we are talking about. That blessing in Christ Jesus. Jabez was asking for the blessing in Christ Jesus. Now for you to change your name from Jabez, from sorrow, remove the tag that is upon your life, you must first of all come into that blessing in Christ Jesus. When you come into that blessing in Christ Jesus, that is not a blessing of car, house, money. I need this and this and that. No. Those are not the blessing. These are the blessing that is in Christ Jesus. These are the blessing in Christ Jesus that when you have him, knowledge is given. When you have him, health is given. When you have him, sound mind is given. When you have him, promotion is given. That's what we are talking about. That's what we are talking about. Look at look at the first prayer. He prayed for what? Blessing indeed. The second one he prayed about is enlarge my coast. That means he had a coast. That means he had a coast. Jabez had a coast. What is a coast? A coast is a place. It's like a territory. He had a territory. He had a land. He had a landed property. He had a place.